I'll tell you what I think is one of the best ways to get across in any situation that you are in that is social. And the reason that I'm constantly talking about that is, first off, it's absurd that I am because I am not. But but when I have to get out of my little hermit cave and actually interact with humans, as you call yourselves, I think that this has helped more than anything. Because I've got that brain that is constantly thinking when I'm in every situation, how do I optimize this? How do I make this work? Right? How do I make this work? It's a very testosterone thing. Um, Whereas you see all the time people with estrogen brains that this comes naturally to them. This will just be very, very simple and straightforward to them. But I think that another reason why you see women get hired for a lot of social interaction jobs is not only because that's their natural interest. It's not only that. Say that a man and a woman do it. I think that these are the two separate ways, usually, that the male and female brain work. And these can be reversed, and you can have a more feminine brain in a male body, right? But think about it this way. Every situation you are in, if you were able to take this to it, and I want you to write this down, and I'm talking about anything. I'm talking about when you are auditioning for something, when you are going to a job interview, when you are in an uncomfortable situation that you don't want to be in. Any of these, I think they become a lot better if you take this mentality in. This is not important, but you're important. I swear, look, when I go back and I look at the first time that I've started interviewing politicians, a big thing about it was that I looked up to those people as like, oh my God, they're such good public servants and look at all the stuff that they've done. And, like that's what I'm thinking. And so when I'm in front of them, I'm really nervous and jagged and just being like, hello. And it looks fucked, right? What happened over the years is just getting more accustomed to it. I was like, this doesn't actually matter this much. This is kind of just like talking to my friends on the podcast. It's not that I don't think that they're important. I still treat them with a lot of respect when I'm speaking to them. But I think that just the situation, like if I say something stupid, it doesn't matter. In fact, that's great if I do, right? If something embarrassing happens, that's life. It just keeps you in the moment more. It keeps you in the moment instead of thinking like, how do I make this situation perfect? The other day, actually, I ran into a friend. And it was one of those friends that you haven't seen in a long, long time. I think the last time I saw him was 8 years ago. And we were going to the same play. I don't know why I was going to that. Oh, yeah, that's right. My girlfriend was in it. Otherwise, I'd be like, play? Those suck. Where's the explosion? But I was there, and it was a good play, actually. But he came in, and you could tell that he was freaking out about it. But he always had that uptightness about him. But obviously that hasn't gone away. And so in that situation, you could see his mind searching for what to say next. And it didn't matter what was said in response. He was next thinking about the next thing to say. He was just trying to keep the gears moving, I suppose, as opposed to thinking about, no, I'm just going to be oil on these gears. In contrast, yeah, the situation was uncomfortable, I suppose. It definitely was. Just because so much time had passed, and we were very good friends at one point. That happens in life, kiddies. But I will say that just remembering this, and it was just something that I came across recently when I was reading through some of my old notes, which is this state of diminished importance. If you are able, when you are in any social situation, in fact, when you're doing anything actually, really, if you are able to just put that frame on for a second, because this is really all I'm constantly doing, is just, I'm an optometrist, better or worse. That's all I'm doing, is just giving you all these frames, better or worse, and then you just sit there and be like, yeah, better, right? I think that this one's a real winner though. I think that life just starts moving so much easier. You do become the oil that greases the gears. When you look at all of those people and you think, how are they getting through so easily in life? That is how. The reason they're able to get by in life like that is because they think about life in, oh, well, either or. well, if this doesn't happen, so what? I'll tell you what, when I started talking about that with my girlfriend, you could see the relief on her when she went and auditioned. It's not like she wasn't doing, and this is the great thing as well, right? Her just walking into the situation and thinking this isn't important before she starts, because it's all about trajectory, everything in life. There's no, get that myth out of your head of the Eminem moment of you've only got one shot, man. That doesn't exist. You have many, every day is many shots. Yeah? It's just, it takes a long time to get anywhere. So really, every moment isn't important. But if you're able to treat the person, obviously, with that kind of respect of like, yeah, I think that you're an important person, then yes, that just adds another level to it. But if you are able to go through life with that basic mantra, whenever you are in any situation, it doesn't even matter if it's a social situation, but this is the whole thing. If you are in a social situation with friends, that is your frame. If you were to verbalize your frame, it would be, this isn't important, but you're important. And what happens is everything just becomes more fun. It just does. And life just kind of opens up, and then you start experiencing all these little side adventures to things. I don't know why that is the case, but it is. That's the next big mystery to me. That's what I want to figure out, is just when you go through life thinking, well, I don't know, it just, everything becomes great. It's just a really easy trick to go through life. This is not the same as having a work ethic. That is something else that we'll discuss in other videos. But I think that life is a huge balance between being one of those people that just glides through life and somebody who labors to build a pyramid. I think that if you are able to do both, you are able to accomplish great things. But that is a balancing act. That is a true tightrope act. But you get better and better at it if you at least know where the goal is. Let's just talk about that for a second before we go, because it's the VIP member. Honestly, I think that if you are one of those people that is able to be easy on others but hard on yourself, you will be having a really impactful life. But I think that that's the aim. I would say, if you are struggling to come up with an aim, I think it is, you are supposed to walk through the world with ease, but you are trying to build something great. And if it doesn't happen, great. Yeah? What a powerful mindset. Can you imagine if you walked through life like that? You were just gliding through it with ease, and you're like, oh, okay, there's a massive cinder block. Let's just try and put that onto the pyramid, and topple the pyramid. Oh, well, let's just glide through life some more. You'd be unstoppable, wouldn't you? Wouldn't you? So that's what I think. If you have no foundation even of setting aims for yourself in life, I think that you should put that down. I honestly think that you should write just that down. That is your overall aim in life, to build a pyramid but glide through life. I'll see you next time.